Okay, I have about 20 minutes. We're going to see if we can do a complete store from scratch in about 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes. Anyways, so you have the link to your new store. Um, Log into it. Mario's Plumbing and the password. Log in. Save that. This is your dashboard. It shows you what orders you've gotten. Obviously, if it's a new store, you're not going to have any of that information. It shows your sales, your commissions, and all that. So we're going to go over to, we're going to do this quickly. So we're going to go over to edit website and then website pages. Okay. Your store will probably look something like this. And then if you click on pages, these are the active pages that you have in your website. If you don't want a page, so let's say you don't want the merch store. If you click on that page and then down here where it says show in menu, click that. Any changes you make sure you save it and you publish it. Okay. So now we're going to go back to pages again and we'll go back and look at our home page. Excuse me. There, the store is gone. But we are going to turn that back on because we need it for this tutorial. Save, publish, save, publish. Sorry about that. I have a bit of a cough. Anyways, let's go back to our homepage. Okay, I have mine all set up. I use a Dodger Blue, and I forget the name of this font. But so what we're going to do here is we're actually going to do this a different way. So my colors for this website are going to be red. Mario's red. So we are actually going to go into here, design. And the first thing we're going to go to is logo and title. Obviously, this is all mixed up. Doesn't look right. So we're going to change that. It's Mario with an apostrophe. Plumbing. Save that. Sorry about that. So I already did my artwork ahead of time just to make this quicker. So if you can leave it like this with just the writing on there, or you can put a logo up there. I'm going to put a logo up there. So I guess I did that kind of fast. So logo, click on the arrow for up, go to your images, upload file. See if I can find my file. All right, so here is what I'm going to use for a logo. You want your artwork to be a decent resolution. It's easier to bring it down than it is to bring it up. It'll be really fuzzy. So now we got our logo up there. And we'll save that. Okay, and we'll publish that. All right. Look down a little bit further. This is the logo if you want it on a phone. Remember, on a phone is really small, so keep that in mind. It's going to be very tiny. This one's even tinier. This is the little logo that's up here. I put it up there just for the fun of it, but publish that. Now, if we refresh this, I think it should go up there. I don't know how long it takes to populate it. It hasn't changed it, but it will change it. Anyway, so let's go back to design again. And now we're going to go here. Here you can change where everything is. So you can put your logo over here. You put your logo over there. Whatever it is you want, you can set it up that way. I'm just going to go with the standard first one. All right. Now we're going to go to Style Editor. In Style Editor, this is where you select your colors and your fonts. Okay. I'm not going to, just because of time, I'm not going to change the fonts, but I will show you that you just go in here. You can go through here and select the font. And then when you're going back to get that font again, just remember what the name is and start typing it in, and it'll automatically find it for you. We're not going to change it in this particular. What we are going to do is, so if I had it, the logo in words, we're going to just find a nice red that's easy for me to find. That's not a very good red, is it? But that's the one we're going to use just because it's easy. All right, red. And navigation background. That's when you are selecting something. Just wait, I'm just going to save this quickly. When you're going through the Style Editor, when you hover over top of something, you can see the little box. It'll show a little box of what it is that you're editing. So this is the navigation. That means that this is, your menu or whatever. That's what that is. So this is where you change the font, and this is where you change the color of that text. And as you can see, it's highlighted. So we're not changing text, but we are going to change this background to our red. Okay. Top bar, this is the words on the top right there. You saw it highlighted. We're going to change that to red. This here is a drop-down menu. If you had a drop-down menu, this one doesn't. So if you had multiple pages inside a page, that's what that's for. So we're going to change it anyways, even though we don't have one. Okay. Save. Just constantly save. And the publishing isn't such a thing, but I always do it anyways. All right. And this is kind of awkward, but you got to sort of get your mouse right like that. Pull this down a little bit. So this is the mobile menu on your phone. You'll have a menu up on this top right-hand corner. That's what this is about. So the border, we'll change that back, change it to our red. And our text to red. Red is kind of hard to read, I know, but so you might want to leave that as black and white. This is all the text that's inside your site, like on your about page, for example. It'll be all that text. So again, red is kind of hard to read, but we're going to change it anyways. You're probably better off to leave it black, but we're going to change it red. Okay. Save that. And don't forget, this is in all these places where you see the font, not only you change the font, but you can change the size right there. And you can also make it so that they're all capital letters, or they're all are capitalized, or they're all uppercase, whatever you want. But it does it for the entire site. All right, keep on going to the speedy tutorial. These are all the headings. I'm going to change all those to red. Again, same thing. You click in here, change the font, change the size. Do this quickly. This is real basic what we're doing here. Okay. We'll have other tutorials to do like more advanced stuff, but this is just a tutorial on how to do a website in 20 minutes or less. Though I'm running out of time. Okay, these is what all your buttons look like. Here you can change the font, you can change the color, you can change, see how when you hover over top of that, it has a shadow and then it just takes the shadow away. All those settings are in there. All we're going to do here is, this is where you change the font of the letter that's inside there. It's where you change the color. You can also change the size, obviously. We're just going to change the background color just so it all matches. Red, 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 red. Huh. That one is a... This one wasn't changed. Oh, they're all black. So when you hover over it, they're going to be black. So where that setting is down here, you don't want it to change colors when you hover over top of it, then you make it the same color as whatever color you're making your button. Right. Okay, we'll save that. Okay, down the bottom here, in this designer, you're the only one that's going to see this on your website. So if you want to change it for your own visuals, by all means, go ahead. But nobody's going to see that except for you. Okay, so now we have got all our colors, fonts, sizes all done. It's nice. So what we are going to do here, if you do not want a picture in here, no problem. You can take the picture out. You can just remove this whole thing if you want. We're going to leave the picture here, and I'm just going to change the picture. So go to image settings, replace image. Your image, upload a file. This one I had done ahead of time. Okay, stick our image up there. You decide on the size of the image. So that's quite big. We're going to go and make that a little bit smaller. There we go. We'll publish this. Okay, now we're going to talk about something something that's extremely important that a lot of people will forget, but this is extremely important. On all your pages, right down here on this bottom left-hand side, it'll show you what this is going to look like on a phone. It'll show you what it looks like on a tablet, and it'll show you what it looks like on a square monitor, and it'll show you what it looks like on a so that's what it's going to look like on a phone. Just like that. If you had to edit it, you can edit it on here and it's not going to affect it. So if this picture was like something like that or something, you can edit it. So just click on it and it's not going to affect on the other pages. Whoops. So maybe something like that. Okay, now let's look what it looks like on a tablet, which looks terrible. We are actually going to make this picture smaller, the tablet. Smaller yet even, I think. Holy. A tiny bit smaller. Okay, that looks pretty good. Save that. Okay, publish that. Okay, let's go back and double check. Okay, still looks good. I must have forgot to save it. Okay, this looks terrible on this monitor. This is a square monitor. All right, we'll go back and double check. Looks great. Looks great. Looks great. This looks crazy. A little bit smaller. You can have your picture go right across. That's not a problem. I have it set up. Most people don't even use computers anymore. They just use their phone. So it's important that you check what this looks like on all the possible devices because, like I say, most people just use their phone. All right, that looks great. Looks great. Looks great. And looks great. Okay, so this is extremely important that you adjust those if you're using a picture. In fact, you should be looking at that regardless of the page, regardless what's on your page. You should be checking that out to make sure that it looks okay. Okay, so now we have the basic setup. The only other thing we're going to do, there's only two other things, three other things that we're going to look at. So go into pages. We're going to do these real quick. Go to the contact page. All right, this information in here, if you don't want this information to be shown on your website, just click there and delete. And then if you want it, because I know I understand some people, and if you don't want this map to show like where you live, I can completely understand that. You can click on that and you can delete it. So if you want, and then when you do delete it, what you can do is you can take a text widget and you could drop it in here, and if whatever information you want them to have, maybe your email address or whatever, um, you can stick that in there if you want. But this contact is, if somebody fills this out, it's going to go directly to your email anyways. So just to let you know. The other pages, about pages, make sure you fill this out because this will help people find you. All you do is type whatever you want, whatever information about your store, stick that in there. Okay. All right, let's go back to. So your home, the other thing is too, is your home page. If you don't like this name, you can put whatever you want. Mario's Plumbing. Save that. Now it doesn't say home, it says Mario's Plumbing. All right. So now go and hit the admin. We're just going to add a few products in the store so you can see what that looks like. Go to decorated products. Obviously, you're not going to have any decorated products, so we're going to create one. Select this t-shirt. Okay. I already have a design done, so we'll add the design. Choose a file, this one here. Make sure if you don't understand about graphics, make sure you check out my other videos on how to make sure you have graphics that you're not going to have a problem with, like low resolution. If it's a decent resolution, it's going to take a little while like this because it's a fairly big file. All right, I gotta go here. Select that you have it, that you own it. We got our graphic on our t-shirt. Okay. Mario's Plumbing. Make sure you put a decent description in here so people are going to allow or to be able to find you. Make sure you take this off. You don't want your customers to be adding their name or something to the t-shirt. We're going to do a bunch of products all in one shot just to speed things up. The ladies shirt, kids shirt. Well, maybe I better not do a kid shirt. We can do a hoodie. We can do sleeveless shirt and a hat. How about? Okay. In here, this is where you select the colors of the products. If you don't want all the colors, you uncheck that, and then you uncheck this. And then if you want to change the default picture, so I'm going to change mine to, I'm going to change it to white. And then you can select whatever colors you want in here. Probably should put a red one in there, I'm guessing. This one here. Again, we'll use white. I think that's white. Deselect them all. Red, gray, black. Deselect them all. Use white as our default. Get black in there. And maybe we'll do something different this time. We'll use red as a default. Deselect them all. We'll have a white one, gray, black. This is all up to you. Deselect them all. This one will have, what do we have? We have a black as a default? No. So then we have gray, red, white. Deselect them all. We'll just have a black. This hat. Okay. Save and continue. And continue. Okay, there's a lot more as far as setting the prices, but if you hit save, I'm not going to get into this real too much, but when you come in here, now you're going to go and you're going to manage each and every item that you have in your store. If you go into configure and then you go to, you can change the description, if it's a hoodie as opposed to a t-shirt or whatever. If you go to costs, and if you uncheck mark this, you don't have to do this, but then you can set the price to whatever you want. So $24.99. And what that gonna do is it's obviously gonna change your commission, right? So now your markup, there is a small fee we have to pay for the credit card, but your commission would be $9.25. Okay. Now I gotta get out of here. So now this is what our store looks like. And we didn't set anything for most popular on our products. But now if we go to the merch store, you'll see all our products are up here on the page. And that is, I'm not sure I made the 20 minutes, but not much more than 20 minutes. Did a really basic store and got one design up, and I don't know how many products I got up there, quite a few. And then when someone selects the product, just show you quickly. So they can change the color, whatever they want. They can change the sizes. Yeah, and that is a very quick tutorial on making a very basic website. Hopefully that helps.